हेलो फ्यूचर डॉक्टर्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। तो बॉडी फ्लूइड सर्कुलेशन में अब रेगुलेशन ऑफ हार्ट बीट को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। तो कहते हैं ना, फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, सो यू नो दैट आवर हार्ट बीट इटसेल्फ बिकॉज इट इज myogenic type. Myogenic heart is one which have nodal tissue in the form of SA node which generate impulse, right? A normal heartbeat rate, you know, it is 70 to 75 times per minute at normal resting stage. This is the rate of heartbeat. But what happens during emergency? If a condition arises like threat or fear, your heartbeat increases. Why it happens? How our heart come to know that there is a need to increase heartbeat? Brain is responsible for that. Brain processes that situation because it is control center of our body. So it processes and send a signal to heart, and this signal is sent with the help of lower part of the brain, that is medulla oblongata, to be more precise. Medulla oblongata or medulla have cardiovascular center. What is this cardiovascular center? It is a group of neurons, right? So from this cardiovascular center, a nerve arises which secretes a chemical neurotransmitter epinephrine, or you can also call it adrenaline. Epinephrine is a neurotransmitter secreted by nerve from the cardiovascular center which increases rate of heartbeat. Heartbeat rate increases. What is the need to increase this heartbeat rate during emergency condition? Because when heart rate increases, then blood flow also increases in our body. And in case we need to run, then body needs more oxygen. So increased blood flow means more oxygen to the body. So that condition is fulfilled. So this nerve which secretes this neurotransmitter is a part of sympathetic nervous system. याद रहेगा आपको, sympathetic nervous system. But remember, it occurs only during emergency condition. Now the next question arises, what happens when once emergency situation get over, means we become normal? What happens? And how our heart comes back to normal condition, or how our heart knows how to become normal? Again, this is the function of brain. Brain again plays important role in it. Brain again send a signal with the help of another nerve. The first one was part of sympathetic nervous system. Now again a nerve brain send a signal to heart with the help of a nerve that relax, calm down, no need to fear now. ठीक है? And this now again releases a neurotransmitter acetylcholine. So first neurotransmitter was epinephrine, and second neurotransmitter is acetylcholine neurotransmitter from medulla again. This ACH or acetylcholine is secreted on a nodal tissue that is SA node, which contract and relaxes our heart. So this acetylcholine, what is the function of this acetylcholine? Acetylcholine stimulates nodular tissues, and due to this stimulation, our heart calms down, comes back to normal condition. So this nerve which secrete acetylcholine is a part of parasympathetic nervous system. So sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, and this occurs during resting stage. So now we know both the situations. What happens during emergency condition and what during emergency state. So this sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems are part of autonomic nervous system. If you remember, autonomic nervous system is one which regulates, which controls all involuntary functions of our body, right? Like heartbeat, digestion process, and so on. But this is one part only. Our heartbeat is also controlled by, yeah, also under regulation of hormones. So till now we discussed nervous regulation. Just to summarize, I am telling you during nervous regulation, two situations are there. Initially, when there is an emergency, there is a threat, brain sends a signal from the medulla with the help of nerve known as sympathetic nerve, sorry, which is a part of sympathetic nerve. Exactly, it is 10th cranial nerve known as vagus. It increases heartbeat rate during emergency. When conditions become normal, then again brain sends a message with the help of medulla and a nerve. In this case, epinephrine is secreted, and in this case, this nerve secretes acetylcholine neurotransmitter, which brings back heartbeat to the normal. And this is a part of parasympathetic nervous system. So sympathetic and parasympathetic both are part of autonomic nervous system. Now let's talk about hormonal regulation. Now medulla, but not brain medulla, adrenal gland medulla secretes two hormones, epinephrine or adrenaline and non-epinephrine or non-adrenaline. Now you might be confused that recently we just studied epinephrine is a neurotransmitter. Now sir, you are saying epinephrine is a hormone. Yes, very true. This epinephrine acts both as hormone as well as neurotransmitter. So what is the basic difference between these two? What is the basic difference when epinephrine acts as hormone and neurotransmitter? See, in case of emergency, immediate action is required. So this neurotransmitter directly acts on the nodal tissue. It causes stimulation of nodal tissue. But you know these hormones, they are released in blood and then they reach to the target organ. So it takes some time for their action. In that case, it acts as hormone. This is the reason even after frightening condition becomes normal, our heartbeat rate remains high for some time. Because hormone epinephrine works. Clear? So hormones stay for some time even after danger is gone. This is the reason heart continue to beat faster for some time even after we come out of the danger zone. Now, this epinephrine is known as fight or flight hormone. Either you fight or you run away, you fly from the situation. But it is not necessary that heartbeat increases only in emergency condition. You might have heard that infants have high heartbeat rate as compared to adults. Why it is so? And along with that, heart rate or heartbeat rate also depends upon size of heart, right? And other hormones. So another hormone which affect our metabolism. So one more hormone is there from thyroid gland. Thyroxine hormone is released from thyroid gland. This thyroxine hormone increases BMR, basal metabolic rate of our body. So when BMR increases, obviously heart rate will also increase. Is it clear? Now another one, non-epinephrine. What is the function of non-epinephrine? It brings down heart rate. So you might think that they are antagonistic, equal but opposite. No, they are not antagonistic. Remember that epinephrine and non-epinephrine are not antagonistic, right? So this is the way how hormonal regulation occurs in human beings. Earlier we discussed neural regulation. Now we discussed hormonal. So in hormonal regulation, epinephrine and non-epinephrine increases heart rate and brings it to the normal condition. But in case of neural regulation, when epinephrine acts as a neurotransmitter, increases rate of heartbeat as a part of sympathetic nervous system, and acetylcholine from the medulla again acts as neurotransmitter as a part of parasympathetic nervous system, brings heart rate down or to the normal. Hope now things are very much clear to you that how nervous and hormonal regulation occurs and how it affects our heartbeat rate. Still, if you have any issue, any problem, any doubt, you can ask in your study destination Bionity in comment section. And if things are clear to you, press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Okay.